As we post this video, one of our favorite theme parks, Dollywood, is about to reopen this weekend after its annual winter break closure of over 2 months. So we figure it's a good time to go back to Dollywood to share with you our stay at their official resort, Dollywood's DreamMore Resort and Spa in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Decorated with Dolly Parton's signature butterflies as well as reminders of her music career, this resort is a short drive away from Dollywood. It has free transportation to the park, or you can drive your own car to the park and get free parking as a result of being a resort guest. Parking at the resort itself is also free. We visited in early December, so you will see some Christmas decorations around the resort. Here is the front desk in the resort's lobby. The resort is not only themed to Dolly's music and butterflies, but it's also themed to the Great Smoky Mountains and to the Dollywood theme park. That may sound like a lot, but the theming turned out nicely as all of those ideas are closely related. One major perk is that guests at this resort who also purchase Dollywood theme park tickets get free Time Saver passes, which is their version of fast passes, allowing you to skip the line on major rides. The main lobby looks down on a floor below where the hotel's signature restaurant is located. At Christmas, you can also find the resort's giant Christmas tree here. We'll give you a tour of our room and of the resort as a whole, and then talk about the gift shop and restaurants as well, including our thoughts on the most popular treat in all of Dollywood that also happens to be sold at the DreamMore Resort.
So, after a walk down the butterfly carpeted hallway, we arrived at our room. As you enter, there are coat hooks on the wall, and you turn right into the bathroom. They had a marble countertop, a bath and shower combo with bottles of body wash, shampoo, and conditioner on the wall. There's a separate room closed off by a door to the toilet. There was a closet area without a door that had hanging space, extra bedding, an iron and ironing board, and a couple drawers at the bottom, in case you were a vacation unpacker. The room had a 42-inch flat-screen TV, which featured a resort channel telling you all about the resort and theme park, in addition to the usual cable channels. Under the TV is a mini refrigerator, an ice bucket, and a safe with some drawers underneath. We had a parking lot view, but there were some mountains in the background. There is a nightstand on both sides of the bed with lamps on them. One side had an alarm clock with charging ports on it. We had a king bed, and it was very comfortable. Across from the bed, next to the TV, is a desk with a mirror and a coffee maker, along with some room service information. They also had a luggage rack and some more charging ports for your devices in between the TV and desk. The room also had something we didn't really need: bunk beds. The resort has several room and suite configurations that include twin bunk beds, as well as several configurations that do not include the bunk beds too, of course. By the time we booked, the only rooms available at a price point we were willing to pay had bunk beds. I did crawl into them to test them out. They were sturdy and comfortable. Our room rate on a weeknight in early December was about $300 plus taxes. It gets close to $500 a night for this room in the peak summer season. There are more expensive suites, as well as the Dolly Suite 1986 experience, a 2-night stay for two on Dolly's tour bus, priced at $10,000. Dolly Parton does not like to fly, apparently, and she preferred staying on her own bus to staying in hotels, so she would have her own space and belongings right there with her. And now for $10,000, you can stay in her own space as well. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please consider clicking the like button to give us a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. We would appreciate your support.
The resort has a fitness center with cardio machines and free weights. There's a full-service spa and salon open 6 days a week. There is Camp DW, which hosts children's events such as crafts, story times, movie nights, and roasting s'mores at the fire pit. And a small game room. There's also an indoor pool, which is open year-round. Off the main lobby is a balcony with rocking chairs overlooking the outdoor pool that is used in warmer months. The outdoor pool is open in spring, summer, and fall, but closed for winter. The outdoor hot tub, located by the pool, is open year-round for guests ages 16 and older. In the evenings, by the ginormous Christmas tree, there is a musician playing Christmas music on the piano each night. Nearby is a glass case which contains a couple interesting artifacts. One is a plank of wood from the front porch of the actual home where Dolly grew up. She considers that front porch to be her first stage because her and her family would perform songs and dance on the porch. The case also includes Dolly's dream box, which won't be opened until Dolly's 100th birthday in 2046. One of the things included inside the box is a song that she wrote with the idea that it would be the last song she releases, called My Place in History. All of this is right outside the entrance to the resort's primary restaurant, Song and Hearth. This southern eatery is a buffet that's open each day for breakfast and dinner. We had the dinner buffet. It's $34.95 per adult on Sunday through Thursday and $39.95 per adult on Friday and Saturday evenings. For kids under 10 years old, the buffet is about $15 each. Every table gets a basket of rolls with garlic butter. This was a traditional buffet where you get up and serve yourself. The buffet included a carving station along with fried chicken, catfish, pulled pork, crab cakes, and pork ribs, with a bunch of sides and salads to choose from. They also had food that pickier eaters might enjoy, such as chicken tenders and pizza. They had a good variety of desserts. We tried several of these desserts, including a donut from the donut wall. And they were all pretty good, except for the donut, which was a little bit stale. We ate here a couple days after eating the all-you-care-to-eat meal at Paula Dean's Family Kitchen at the island, which spoiled us a little because the food at Paula Dean's was so delicious. Then, in comparison, this buffet was a step down, which isn't to say it was bad. My mother and Jack and I all found things to eat that we liked, and our server was amazing. But we actually talked as we were eating here about how we wished we were back at Paula Dean's, which was actually less expensive than Song and Hearth at DreamMore. Again though, this place is solid, and it's a no-brainer to eat here if you're staying here, because then you don't have to leave the property for dinner.
In the morning, we went to the quick service spot in the lobby called the DM Pantry. The pantry has a lot of grab-and-go options, plus they serve pizza. As well as ice cream cones, sundaes, shakes, and floats. And, what was important to Alice, and will be important to many of you, they also serve Starbucks coffee. But none of that is the headliner. The thing you must get here is the treat so popular that it has its own merchandise. The Dollywood snack is so popular that people in the theme park wait in lines, as long as the lines of many of the rides, just to get this treat. I'm talking about the Dollywood cinnamon bread. We had never had it before, specifically because we thought it was crazy to wait in a long line at a theme park for cinnamon bread. So when we learned the Dollywood DreamMore Resort also sells the exact same cinnamon bread, we knew we had to try it. And we didn't have to wait in any line at all. As soon as we tasted it, we learned we were wrong. It is worth waiting in a long line at a theme park for this treat. But you don't have to wait in that line. Even if you aren't staying at DreamMore Resort, you are allowed to visit and try the restaurants and check out the hotel's public areas. So you can go to the hotel, park for free, step into the lobby, and buy some of that sweet, sweet cinnamon bread for $9.99 a loaf. It may be a little out of the way, but it is worth it. This is good cinnamon bread, and the next time we're in the park, I plan to buy one of those t-shirts to advertise this cinnamon bread.
There's also a cool gift shop in the lobby with lots of Dolly Parton and DreamMore Resort merchandise. We had a great stay here. There are many less expensive hotel options in Pigeon Forge, and we stayed at some of those, and we will again, no doubt. But this was a really nice resort. We wish we had stayed there longer. During our time in Pigeon Forge, we stayed at 4 hotels because we wanted to try out several of them. We loved DreamMore, as well as the Christmas Inn and the Margaritaville Inn. We'll put links to those other hotel tours in the description in case you haven't seen them yet. We stayed at a 4th hotel in Pigeon Forge that we picked specifically because it was much cheaper, but we decided not to do a video on that one because it's not a place we would recommend. We tend to just not make videos on places that we visit but don't really like. Anyway, this gave us a great opportunity to stay a night or two at 3 different nice hotels. Though the downside is that switching hotels like that resulted in us having to pack everything up in the rental car every couple days and not having anywhere to get out of the rainy weather and relax for a few hours between checking out of one place and checking into the next. DreamMore was the most expensive of all of the hotels we stayed in, but we can see why. The amenities and on-site restaurant and the activities and entertainment options made this more of a well-rounded resort instead of just a place to sleep and shower. And for that reason, we highly recommend DreamMore Resort if your budget can handle it. We certainly could not have afforded to stay here every night of our 9-night Tennessee trip, so we understand if you want to save some money and go elsewhere. Dollywood is currently building a new resort that's scheduled to open a few months from now in the fall of 2023. We plan to check it out when we are next in town. In the meantime, you can check out why we love Dollywood so much by clicking on the links at the end of this video. I'm Alice.
And I'm Jack.
Be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so we can see you the next time we're traveling through.